Afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Bubba. This is Bubba's EDC. Hope you're doing well. Leaving work, headed to go pick up my brother. Couldn't find something. I thought it was in my pocket. I'd already put it in the cup holder. I sat down in my chair at work a little while ago, and my sheath caught the armrest. I didn't think nothing of it, but come to find out, it broke the thingamabob off the back. This was a gift from Brother Mark Reynolds up in Kentucky. So, Brother Mark, if you see this, I broke it. I'm sorry. I'll see if I can't figure out a way to take that thing off and reattach it, perhaps. But that's holding that 1978 sod buster from Queen. It's called a Country Plowboy. I posted that in the chat with some folks from the UK. And the first comment was, I think it's funny how y'all spell, they didn't say y'all, but I think it's funny the way you spell plow, because they spell it P-L-O-U-G-H. I was like, yeah, America. Anyways, so Jake from Junior Knife Collector asked me earlier, probably in the last hour or so, if I was going to the case event in Powder Springs this weekend. And I had been back and forth about it because I've got things coming up, and even though it's only like an hour and a half, I was like, man, I don't know if I want to do a 3-hour round trip. And yeah, it'd be nice to see folks, and I'm not gonna be spending no money on no knives there. So it's like, hemming and hawing. Well, then my wife, she's part of an organization, and they have a graduation down South Georgia Saturday as well. And she was hemming and hawing whether or not she was going to go to it, because it's 2.5 hours each way. Well, she gets paid a really nice bonus if she does it. It's optional, but if she goes and works it, she gets paid a pretty nice bonus. So I told her that, look, if you want to go, I was like, I'll drive you. I told her this last week or something, week before maybe. And I had asked my daughter earlier, because my wife was teaching, I was like, did mom mention whether or not she was going to go Saturday? Because as of yesterday, I hadn't heard nothing, but I didn't know if she had decided anything today. And my daughter said, no, not yet. I was like, okay. Well, then a little while later, my son texted, Mom said she's going because she'll get paid really well for it, which, that's understandable. And I said, okay, does she want me to drive her? And he responded, she said you would drive her. I was like, I will. So I will not be in Powder Springs Saturday. There's the end of that. It's a 2.5 hour drive for my wife, and with her dealing with arthritis and different things. If I can take any of the load off of her, that's what I'll do. And hey, there might be some antique stores or pawn shops down there. It's in Burke County, which I believe is like Waynesboro area. I don't guess I've been to Waynesboro in my whole life. So that is what I'll be doing Saturday, unless things change. So Jake and Doc and whoever else was going to go, Randy, whoever else was going to go to the case event, I won't see you there. Lord willing, I'll still see everybody at Ellaville. And I just recently came in contact over email with a gentleman who lives not far from me. I think he's in Monroe or Loganville, something like that. Monroe, I think. And so we've emailed back and forth a few times. So plan on meeting him in Ellaville too, if not before, if something don't work out from before. So I'm really looking forward to Ellaville. I really am. if anybody is interested in any coasters or anything, you know, that can be engraved on wood or anything, let me know. If you want to order it beforehand and pick it up then, I'll do that. I've got some ideas for some things. Try to start doing this week. I got a project I want to do as a gift for somebody I got to get to work on. So if anybody is interested in anything, let me know and I can hand deliver down there. I've got some ideas for some Zippo stands I want to get going on. Honestly, just being so, you know, not sleeping well and the work and everything, not complaining, but that's just been why I've been able to get motivated to get out and do stuff, just from being so tired. But I'm getting a little bit of sleep with the CPAP. This past weekend was rough. It really was. So I'm hoping that new mask comes in sooner rather than later. Like the past couple nights, I've only been able to keep it on for 2 or 3 hours. It's been moving. I ain't been able to get it situated just right. I had one night where I got it last week where I got it on. I had it on for 7 hours. It was like everything was perfect. I had no complaints, no problems. But all the other nights, it's a struggle. So I know it's going to take time, but I'm hoping with the new mask it'll speed things up and make it quicker and better. So yeah, the main reason I was getting on was to let y'all know I would not be at Powder Springs, the Colette Country Store, I think is what it's called. So I'm gonna go, like I said, drive down south with my wife, and I'm not gonna hang out at that graduation. I'd already told her that. I said I'll drop you off, and I said I'll go drive around. I was like, I'm sure I can find something to do, pawn shop or antique store or something. She knows me, so she ain't no surprise to her by that. So that is the plan as of right now. Excuse me. I did sell the extra Coca-Cola case knife, so that shipped out today. So thank you, brother, who picked that up. And then I got a trade, the one I told you about, that mini trapper. I got it mailed off today. So yeah, I think I'm caught up on everything. I did go ahead and order new stickers. What is this nut doing? Get out of my way. God almighty. Speed up or slow down. Lord. See, you're making me pull right in front of the semis. Lord have mercy. I don't like to do that. Did finally get new stickers ordered. I think I only ordered 100 again. Just to, you know, not spend quite as much money. So those were supposed to be out for delivery. But then UPS actually dropped the ball twice, it looks like. They should have been delivered Saturday, and they got delayed. And then they got delayed again from today to tomorrow. But I actually have 2 stickers coming. So one is my new channel sticker, which is just modification on what I already had. And then the other one, I only showed a few brothers in a chat what it is. But I will not be sending any of that one out up front. Then I'm going to save those for Ellaville, and if I have any when I come back from Ellaville, then they'll go out with other sticker swaps and stuff. Yeah, because I know everybody would want one of these. At least I think so. I think it's a pretty cool design. I know a lot of people would want it, and I just don't have enough, because I've given out 200 or 300 stickers already this year, and so I know I wouldn't. Usually I gave 2 per time I did a sticker swap. Sometimes I could only do 1 if I was low on stickers. some of the giveaways or traveling knife boxes or whatever. I put in extras for everybody else in the group. But yeah, I just wouldn't have enough to give one to everybody who I've already given a sticker to. So just be patient with me on that. It might take me a couple of times of ordering them to get them to those who want them. And I know, months and months ago I had talked about doing pocket crosses, and I still ain't done it. And I apologize. Thankfully, Brother Dwayne, was so good about that. On the one hand, I did do some that I gave to a couple of brothers, but I kind of just decided that that's Brother Dwayne's thing, and I don't really want to take that ministry from him. So outside of maybe doing some more for my church, I'm not going to do that. So I apologize for those of you who I said I would get them to, but I just don't want to take that away from Brother Dwayne. We all have our thing, and I feel that I was unintentionally stepping on him, and I certainly did not want to do that. And I know he didn't see it that way, but that's just me. Brother Dwayne, God bless him, he's salt of the earth. I mean, for somebody who I've only been around a couple of times, it sure seems to me like he's one of the finest men I've ever met. I can't imagine, he talks about how rough he was when he was younger, and maybe a little bit of a knucklehead like most of us were, and I just can't even imagine that from him, because he is just so soft-spoken and kind, and probably give you the shirt off his back if you needed it. I mean, I got a lot of love and respect for Brother Dwayne, and it's strange to have that for somebody you know so little in the grand scheme of life, Just like I haven't known him for years, It's not like we grew up together, or we ain't been in the same church together for years. We didn't work together. But just by this crazy thing called YouTube, I feel so blessed that God connected me to him, because I truly believe God put me in touch with this community. It helped me, especially during the last year. Last year, 2024, was a rough year, and before I went to Ellaville, before I knew anybody in the community, it was just me and my buddy, Nate Green, and we were talking about knives almost daily, and all because of Knife Doctor's videos. We both got hooked close to the same time, I believe, and it helped me throughout the year just watching his videos and a couple other guys whose videos I watched. Excuse me. It was truly a blessing. And then meeting folks at Ellaville, and then which I didn't get to meet many, because I just didn't know, I didn't know a lot of people, and so I didn't meet many more, other YouTubers outside of, Pat from Cheesy Moon Workshop. But then, connecting through Instagram and YouTube through guys for the past, 9-10 months has truly been amazing and a blessing. I feel very blessed and very honored to call these folks my friends. So, yeah, definitely looking forward to Ellaville, looking forward to reconnecting with people that I've seen before and connecting with people I haven't met yet. That's going to be fun. Kentucky was a blast. It was so weird. People coming up, hey, I watch you. Can I get a picture with you? That still just blows my mind away. Older gentlemen, older than me, and then little bitty kids younger than my kids. I had everywhere in between. It was amazing, and then people talking to me, then they're wanting to see Kevin, Knife Doctor, and they're wanting to see Dwayne and this and this. It's awesome. So awesome, make you feel like you're more important than you are, but you ain't, and I ain't for sure. Ain't none of us nothing special, but by the grace of God. So anyways, ramble 15 minutes to tell y'all I'm not going to be at the Powder Springs event Saturday. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in Ellaville in November. Lord, I could talk the ears off a flop-eared mule, I think. Golly. Mercy. I appreciate y'all putting up with me. I really do. Y'all have a good one, and we'll talk to you the next time. Remember, do something kind for someone else. It goes a mighty long way. And don't forget, hug your family a little tighter today. God bless you.